What a night at UFC 315. In a stunning turn of events, Della Maddalena dethroned Belal Muhammad, shaking up the welterweight division and sending shockwaves throughout the MMA world. This wasn't just a title change, it was a statement win that's got everyone talking. In this video, we'll break down exactly how Della Maddalena pulled off the upset, dive into the reactions from fighters and MMA personalities, and explore what this means for the future, including Islam Makhachev's bold plans for two divisions. Let's get right into the action. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us keep bringing you more content like this, and we truly appreciate your support. How Della Maddalena dethroned Belal Muhammad, full fight breakdown. UFC 315's main event brought together two of the welterweight division's most resilient and technically skilled fighters. Belal Muhammad, making his first title defense, faced the surging Della Maddalena in a bout that promised high-level tactics and heart. The atmosphere in Montreal was electric as fans anticipated whether Muhammad's relentless pressure and wrestling would overcome Della Maddalena's precise striking and composure. From the opening round, it was clear that both fighters had come prepared with well-crafted game plans. Muhammad, true to his style, looked to push the pace and threaten with level changes, hoping to wear down Della Maddalena with his wrestling. However, Della Maddalena's takedown defense was on point from the start. He used sharp footwork to maintain distance, stuffing Muhammad's early attempts and landing crisp jabs and counterpunches. The challenger's ability to stay just out of range frustrated Muhammad, who struggled to find consistent success with his grappling. As the fight moved into the middle rounds, Della Maddalena began to assert himself more on the feet. He mixed up his attacks, targeting Muhammad's body and legs with well-timed kicks and powerful combinations. Muhammad, known for his toughness and cardio, absorbed the damage and continued to press forward, but he found it increasingly difficult to get Della Maddalena to the canvas. The few times Muhammad did manage to close the distance, Della Maddalena was quick to break free and return to striking range, where he held the advantage. The championship round saw both fighters dig deep. Muhammad finally secured a takedown in the fourth round, but Della Maddalena's defensive skills allowed him to minimize damage and work back to his feet. In the fifth round, Della Maddalena landed a clean knee that opened a cut on Muhammad, but the champion showed his trademark grit by staying in the fight and continuing to push the pace until the final horn. Both men finished the bout on their feet, battered but unbroken, as the crowd acknowledged their efforts with a standing ovation. When the judges' scorecards were read, it was Della Maddalena who emerged victorious by unanimous decision, 48-47, 48-47, 49-46. His superior striking, effective takedown defense, and ability to control the pace of the fight had earned him the welterweight title. For Muhammad, it was a hard-fought loss, but his resilience and sportsmanship were evident as he congratulated the new champion. This fight was a testament to the skill and determination of both athletes and marked the beginning of a new era in the welterweight division. Reactions: what fighters and MMA personalities said after Belal's loss. The aftermath of UFC 315 was a whirlwind of reactions from fighters, coaches, analysts and fans, all eager to weigh in on Della Maddalena's hard-earned victory over Belal Muhammad. The MMA community, always lively on social media, erupted with praise for both men's performances and speculation about what the result meant for the future of the welterweight division. Islam Makhachev, the reigning UFC lightweight champion and a close friend and training partner of Belal Muhammad, was among the most closely watched voices. In the lead-up to UFC 315, Makhachev had made it clear he would only consider a move to welterweight if Muhammad was no longer champion, out of respect for their friendship. After the decision was announced, Makhachev congratulated Della Maddalena and acknowledged the magnitude of his achievement, while also expressing support for Muhammad and hinting that the welterweight division now presented new opportunities for him. UFC President Dana White was quick to address the media, calling Della Maddalena's performance impressive and noting that the Australian's technical prowess and poise under pressure had set him apart. White also praised Muhammad for his toughness and championship heart, emphasizing that losses at this level often lead to even greater comebacks. He suggested that both fighters would remain prominent figures in the title picture, with Muhammad's resilience and Della Maddalena's fresh championship reign promising exciting matchups ahead. Across social media, other fighters and MMA personalities echoed these sentiments. Many praised the fight as a showcase of elite skill and determination, with analysts highlighting Della Maddalena's striking accuracy and Muhammad's relentless pressure. There was a clear sense of respect for Muhammad, who had worked tirelessly to reach the top and defended his belt with courage, even in defeat. Fans and pundits alike expressed excitement about the new possibilities in the welterweight division, speculating about who might challenge Della Maddalena next and whether Makhachev would indeed make the jump up in weight. While some rising contenders hinted at their own ambitions for a title shot, most reactions focused on the quality of the main event and the sportsmanship displayed by both athletes. The MMA community's response was overwhelmingly positive, with many noting that fights like this are what make the sport so compelling. The respect shown to Muhammad in defeat and the recognition of Della Maddalena's achievement underscored the sense of a new chapter beginning in the welterweight division. As the dust settled, it was clear that UFC 315 had not only crowned a new champion, but also ignited fresh debates and storylines. The reactions from fighters and personalities set the stage for an exciting period ahead, with the entire MMA world watching closely to see what comes next for both Jack Della Maddalena and Belal Muhammad. Islam Makhachev's next move, lightweight title, welterweight ambitions, and division fallout. Islam Makhachev's presence loomed large over UFC 315, not just because of his friendship with Belal Muhammad, but due to his growing ambitions to make history across two divisions. In the weeks leading up to the event, Makhachev made headlines by stating that he would not vacate his lightweight title, even if he decided to pursue the welterweight championship. This declaration set the stage for a complex and intriguing future, especially with the outcome of the Muhammad vs Della Maddalena fight. With Muhammad's defeat, the landscape shifted dramatically. Makhachev, who had previously said he wouldn't challenge for the welterweight belt out of respect for Muhammad, suddenly found the path open for a potential move up. In post-fight interviews and on social media, Makhachev congratulated Della Maddalena and acknowledged that the new champion's style and skills made the welterweight division even more compelling. He reiterated his desire to chase greatness, aiming to hold both the lightweight and welterweight belts simultaneously, a feat that would etch his name alongside the rare few who have accomplished such a double championship in UFC history. This ambition, however, brings with it significant implications for both divisions. At lightweight, contenders like Charles Oliveira, Arman Tsarukyan, and Ilia Topuria are all eager for their shot at the title. Makhachev's insistence on retaining his belt, while potentially pursuing the welterweight crown, raises the possibility of an interim title being introduced at 155 pounds to keep the division active. This scenario has precedent in UFC history, but it always sparks debate among fans and fighters about the best way to balance star power with divisional integrity. For the welterweight division, Della Maddalena's victory and Makhachev's interest have created a wave of excitement and uncertainty. Della Maddalena has expressed his willingness to face all comers, and a super fight with Makhachev would be a blockbuster event for the UFC. Meanwhile, other top welterweights like Shavkat Rakhmonov and Gilbert Burns are also in the mix, each with their own claims to a title shot. The UFC's matchmaking team now faces the challenge of navigating these overlapping ambitions, ensuring that deserving contenders at both weights get their opportunities while also capitalizing on the biggest possible fights. Dana White and the UFC brass have acknowledged the complexity of the situation, noting that Makhachev's star power and willingness to take on new challenges make him a unique asset. Still, the promotion will need to carefully manage the timing and logistics of any potential double champion scenario to avoid stalling either division. Fans and analysts are already debating the merits of Makhachev's plan, with some arguing that champions should focus on defending their belts, while others believe that chasing history is what makes the sport so compelling. As it stands, the fallout from UFC 315 has left both the lightweight and welterweight divisions in a state of anticipation. With Jack Della Maddalena now holding gold and Islam Makhachev openly considering a move up, the next year promises to be one of the most dynamic and unpredictable periods in recent UFC history. Whether Makhachev will get his wish and how the UFC will handle the ripple effects remains to be seen, but fight fans everywhere are watching closely as these storylines unfold. Conclusion: UFC 315 will be remembered as a night that changed the course of two divisions. Della Maddalena's stunning victory over Belal Muhammad didn't just crown a new welterweight champion, it opened the door to fresh rivalries, unexpected opportunities, and high-stakes drama. The reactions from fighters and fans alike prove just how much this moment resonated across the MMA landscape. With Islam Makhachev's ambitions now spanning both lightweight and welterweight, the future has never looked more unpredictable or exciting. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more in-depth UFC analysis, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you want to see Della Maddalena fight next? And do you think Islam Makhachev should move up? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.